Hola, buenos dias. This is Kaipachi with the weekly Pele report, and this report is for August 19th of 2015. And I want to mix it up a little bit, you know. I've been doing the same doggone thing week after week for years and years and years. I want to respond to customer comments. Number one is that when I use too many hand gestures, the focus messes up, so I'm going to try to like chill out with the hand gestures. Number two, it was also brought to my attention that many of you people watching this Pele report may not be aware that I travel all over the place offering workshops on astrology, different aspects, looking at Black Moon Lilith or Chiron or sexuality or, you know, biography. I am leaving next week for Vancouver Island. I'm going to be up there. I'm doing another one in Boulder in early September. I'm going down to Taos, New Mexico. Then I'm going down to Australia and Bali in November and December. I am planning more workshops in Costa Rica and Guatemala next year. And then next summer I'll be over in Ibiza, Portugal, and Greece. Please check out my website. You know, maybe if you don't listen to the whole report, you never get to the end there where it says if you want to know more, go to my website. What else? Another one is that people have really enjoyed the software of where they see the planets. Today, I'm modifying the Pele report. I'm going to go to the computer. I'm going to use some other astrology software because somebody else was very interested in the sacred geometry. And with those charts that I put out, you can see, yes, you know, all the angles, the quincunx, trines, sextiles, all these, you know, these aspects come together. And there is, you know, a lot of meaning behind, yes, the sacred geometry of the aspects of the planet. So I want to show you that a little bit more today with the software. And what's the last one? I think I've also gotten some feedback that people would like more than just a weekly report. So I'm going to use my software and go a little bit more towards the end of the year into 2016. I'm calling 2016 the year of purification. That's it, baby. We got Jupiter and Virgo. It's going to be opposing Neptune and Chiron. I'll show you this all with the software, squaring Saturn and everything. But yeah, it's time to really get our act together. And so I just wanted to show my face, say hello, give an introduction, and I'm now going to move over to the computer and give you the rest of the Pele report, a little different than usual, than the walk in the park. Because you know what? Life is not always a walk in the park. So, alright. Namaste. I'll see you on the computer. Okay, let's get down to business because that's what Virgo is about. Work, service, contribution, and business. As you can see, and I talked about it before, Jupiter just went into Virgo a little while ago. And what we have going on this week is on Sunday, the Sun is also going to move into Virgo. Then we're going to have the Sun, Jupiter, Mercury, and Black Moon Lilith all in the sign of Virgo. As you can see, Mercury is in opposition to Chiron in Pisces, yeah? And when the Sun, let's just move this forward a few days, here we go. There goes the Sun into Virgo. You can see it's on Sunday. Sun conjunct Jupiter in opposition to Neptune over here in Pisces. And this is going to be going on for quite some time. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. In the meantime, if we go back a little bit to more about this week, you can see that Saturn is up here in a square. There's the square, right, to the Sun and Jupiter. So that is exact, yeah, Friday. Here's the interesting thing. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Wacko. We have the first quarter square, right? The moon square the sun. Only it's not just the moon, ladies and gentlemen. It is the moon conjunct Saturn. Both square to the sun. Okay? I mean, that's coming up on Saturday. So what we're seeing here is, moon, let's look at the interpretation a little bit. I think that was most of the aspects that I really wanted to bring forward at this time, right? Okay, is that, last but not least, obviously, you can see that Black Moon Lilith is conjunct the North Node of the Moon in Libra. So we have the situation where, as of today, the Moon is in Libra, then she goes into Scorpio on Thursday, stays there for a couple of days, hits that moon, we got that square moon on Saturday, and then she goes into Sag on Saturday and stays there until entering Capricorn on Monday. Yeah? So that's the movement of the moon. Again, it is separating. We had that new moon. You can't forget that new moon. Let's go back a little bit. Remember that new moon? Okay, it was last Friday in Leo, conjunct Venus. I did that whole meditation going on with this, Sun, Moon, Venus. Very powerful day last Friday. Starting off a new month's cycle. And that new month cycle is starting off in the sign of Leo. It's time for me to be authentic. It's time for me to express my true nature, for me to own just exactly who I am and let go of anything that I am not. And then this moves, and the development, is into Virgo, right? Purification, purging, cleansing, clearing, healing. And what is a lot of this Virgo healing about? Well, you can see there is this opposition. And this is a long time opposition, okay? Chiron is in Pisces for 7 years, from 2011 until 2018. Neptune is in Pisces from 2012 to 2024, so even more than that. It's 14 years. So these two, this is in the sign of what? Pisces. Infinite spirit, infinite love, no boundaries, no walls, no limits. It's the dream. It's the void. So when we're dealing with this Chiron in Pisces for 7 years, from 11 to 18, we are healing the wound of separation from spirit. And Neptune is coming along to assist us in that. So what we have then is this opposition is opening up the gates. I call the Pisces Virgo axis the axis of initiation. We're all being collectively now initiated. Virgo is initiating the self into partnership and relationship in Libra. Pisces is initiating the community, the planet, into, a new beginning, within the cosmic consciousness. So what we have here is, all of this initiation is requiring cleansing, purification, and clearing. And that's why I say that's what 2016 is all about. And I'm going to get a little more into that. But let's just go a little bit forward now and point out a couple of other dynamics that are going on. Yeah? Just this week I'll keep it a little more. Because what we can also see with all of this is what? Oh yeah, that's the other aspect I wanted to bring forward, was Venus trine Uranus. You see that Venus trine Uranus. Now you can see Venus is retrograde. That's what this little R is here. Okay? So Venus first, it came up, trined Uranus at 20 degrees, then it went, retrograde. Now it's going back, trining Uranus again. It's going back to like 13 degrees or something. Then it's going forward. It's going to trine Uranus again. It's like 3 months. of Venus trine Uranus, which is what? Breaking out, breaking free. Uranus is liberation. It is the new. It is the unconventional. And Venus is the way that we love, the way that we are. What we're attracted to, the sweetness of life. And you can see what happened. She went up into Virgo and she said, oh my goodness, I forgot Mars. So now she's going back. And let's look at, there we go. Right? We have a Venus-Mars conjunction going on all this time. She's going back. There she is, 14 and 15 degrees. You see, September 1st, we have this Venus-Mars conjunction, and then she's going to go straight. She's going to go direct after she gets there, stationary, direct, and Venus and Mars are going to be traveling along together all the way through September, and trining Uranus in the meantime. They're going to travel into Virgo together. Venus, Mars, and Jupiter are all going to be in Virgo together from October 8th to November 8th. Venus, Mars, Jupiter traveling through Virgo in opposition to Neptune and Chiron, healing the wound of separation between the sexes, between the masculine and the feminine. This is just like really such a beautiful, powerful time. And I can stop it there, and you can see, too much to go into in one day, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of like what's coming up through September and October. We have this whole process that's going on, with Virgo, with the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. I'm actually just releasing a talk that I gave on the masculine and feminine. It's on my website. I'll put a link to it below. The evolutionary stages in relationship to the expression of the masculine and the feminine, and the changing nature of relationships in the new paradigm. And this is like just really super powerful through August, September, October, and November. And then, I don't know how much time you've got. You can always turn the damn thing off. What I want to do here is I want to go into a little different situation, because I said that I would go into the long term. And so if I go into the long term, I don't want to drag all these planets into this, but just look at what's coming up here in 2016. Yeah. Hello. Wake up. I got rid of the slow-moving planets, so as I also said, I would talk about the sacred geometry. Now just look at what happens here. I'm going to go by weeks now instead of days. Okay, we're just going to watch this sacred geometry happen here. And what's really going on that you will see through 2016 is what? Boom, there goes the node into Virgo. The north node of the moon, our future planetary soul intention, traveling together with Jupiter in opposition, to this Chiron, Neptune, and in square to Saturn. Do you see this T-square that's going on through most of 2016? So we really want to look at, what's happening so much during, 2016. I think I'm going to go backwards a little bit, because I love the little hat that happens here. Where was that hat that happens again? There's a couple of trines and a couple of squares. It's great. I think it's in May. Yeah, here you see it's like a beautiful hat happening there, But there we are. Whoa, yeah, it's all going on, Okay, but Saturn, form and structure. Saturn's coming around. It's going to be going back into Sagittarius in September. It's going to spend 2.5 years reforming and restructuring our relationship to natural law. What we believe. This is Sagittarius. It's religion. It's what we believe. It's the higher mind. It's the right brain. It's expansion of consciousness. So we need to like reform and cleanse out and clear out, yeah, and reflect on the connection between what? What are we healing here? This is what we're healing is the split that happened in the Piscean age, the last 2,000 years, split spirit, Pisces, from Virgo, earth, our bodies. It has been a split between spirit and matter going on for a couple thousand years. And this is the split that we are now healing, and we will be healing all through 2016. And as we can see with Venus and Mars, it has a lot to do with our sexuality. It has a lot to do with guilt and shame around our bodies and around being in a body and dealing with our health and everything that having a body involves. Yeah, and it's also like our relationship to the collective, to the whole. We're coming into, we are in this, age of Aquarius, which is about community. Libra and Aquarius are air signs. And it has to do with global consciousness and community and communication. So this is a very, unique time in, of course, in the evolution of our species. It's an evolution of, our consciousness. And it involves, like I say, over this year of 2016, you're just going to really be seeing, very often Virgo brings in crisis. It can be health crisis. There can be health care crisis, the health care systems. There can be, viruses, bacteria. We are going to really be dealing very much with our immune systems, which is ruled by Neptune and Pisces. The breakdown, the autoimmune disorders, our allergies. This is like really becoming really more aware of and connected to not only our bodies, but our collective body? Our collective body, I'm afraid, is Gaia, planet Earth, our environment, our GMOs, our chemicals, our polluted rivers and streams and oceans and skies. So it's like this is the great planetary purging, and this is our physical individual purging. So get ready for the great purification. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, just it's a great time of healing. Yes, it can be a crisis, but it's a healing crisis. Chiron brings around a healing crisis. So there's a crisis to make us aware of all the pollution, all the shit in our bodies, all how, uncleansed or how impure or how, how messed up we are, And let's turn this sucker around. Go into days again. So that we can, straighten up, lighten up, purify, and after a good cleanse, you feel freaking awesome. So this is a time when, if you play your cards right, you can get more done and really create so much more healing and so much more beauty and just, really integrate, yourself with the other and with spirit. So the mantra for this week is, in my search for health and wellness, I have found the source of illness as separation from the oneness which sows seeds of fear and darkness. Let's not forget, the source of all disease and illness lies in blocked emotions and fears, and these have their source in the root. The roots of these are in the ego, which believes itself to be separate from all that is. We are not separate from all that is. We can trust, we can open, we can love, we can let go. We do not need to grab on and freak out around security issues if we have faith, belief, trust, and hope in the divine nature of our self and our bodies. So that is the true source of healing, is getting into that sense of filling that void or that emptiness with spirit and with love, and joining, reconnecting, uniting with the oneness. Yeah? In my search for health and wellness, I have found the source of illness as separation from the oneness, which sows seeds of fear and darkness. Namaste, aloha, so much love.